We just got the brand new market list for the new Dasher Rewards pilot program. This is wave 3, and it might be affecting your marketplace. Spoiler alert, it's affecting my marketplace here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What is happening if you don't know? The Dasher Rewards pilot program, it's replacing popular common rewards programs and features for you as a Dasher like Top Dasher, early access scheduling, VIP supports, and more. Take a look here. So this is the Dasher Rewards pilot program. There's 3 tiers here: Silver, Gold, and Platinum Dashers. And you have to hit this. You can see acceptance rate, completion rate, customer rating, deliveries in the last rolling 30 days, and lifetime deliveries completed. And you get some benefits I'm going to show you in a second. Again, just within, I'd say, the last couple of days, maybe 48 hours or less, DoorDash announced brand new marketplaces that are going to be affected by this Dasher Rewards pilot program. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section if you have this new program. 3 levels: Silver, Gold, and Platinum. Now, Mike, what benefits do you get for being a Silver, Gold, or Platinum level Dasher? Let's look here. So you can get priority access to high-paying orders. What does that sound like? Yeah, that's exactly priority access. Remember, this new pilot program is everything funneled under one umbrella, the Dasher Rewards pilot program. So the priority access, it's now bundled in here. So Silver, priority. But if you Gold, it's increased priority. Platinum, the top status, you get the highest priority to higher paying offers. DoorDash says those are just basically the highest paying offers in your marketplace based on pay per mile, average, overall payout there, excluding customer tips. You get benefits like advanced scheduling. You get schedule a dash rather, up to 6 days in advance if you're Gold or Platinum. VIP support, yeah, that's okay. And again, that's reserved for Gold or Platinum. But hey, if you're in a pinch, that could help you out. Access to the large order program, that is the catering option for DoorDash Dashers. DoorDash says themselves, on average, 2 to 3 times as much pay simply by getting access to the large orders. That's huge. And I encourage you, all I do here is help you make money in different side hustles. Consider subscribing because I cover most every single niche there is. These orders, think about it, $200, $300, $400 subtotals, and you get a % tip. Those are good orders, but only reserved for top Dashers. Top of the top Platinum Dashers. Well, it's not the top Dasher program. Just to clarify that. Dash anytime. So if your marketplace either has enough Dashers scheduled or if they don't really need Dashers, then you could use the Dash Anytime feature. So you don't have to worry about the red zones. You know how your entire marketplace is broken further into sub marketplaces? And that sub marketplace, it has to be red, light red at least, to use Dash Now. So if it's not, you can Dash it anytime. Now only reserved for Platinum Dashers. So let me know if you have this. Let me show you what's happening here. Firstly, we saw in June of 2023, Wave 1, the initial announcement of this pilot program that, again, rolls all this stuff into one, Top Dasher, priority access, et cetera, in this new program here. Grand Rapids, Michigan, Corpus Christi, Texas. There we go. Let's enunciate a little bit, folks. And Lubbock, Texas, June 2023. Cool. And then we saw the expansion later in that same year, October of 2023, to the following. Notice it started with 3, started to get a vibe here, and then rolled into these marketplaces October 2023. Now, the most recent wave, which was like literally pretty recent, it was January 2024. We saw these marketplaces. Take a look here. Now, I just kind of color coded them for you. 3 initially, and then 22 new marketplaces in October, and then 25 new marketplaces in January of 2024. And again, we have a brand new wave We saw it because Dashers were getting emails. I got an email again here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but we didn't have this. We didn't have the updated support page of what marketplaces were affected. Now we do. So January 2024, 25 marketplaces. So now, in the time of filming this video, March of 2024, in what? The third wave of expansions after the initial launch here, how many new marketplaces? We see a trend of 22 and then 25. Now what? Folks, for the first time, I'm going to give you some feedback on this and what I think this means for you. Look if your marketplace is on this list. Here are the new marketplaces. 52 new markets, doubling the last expansion, shown here in pink, we'll call it, fuchsia, whatever. 52 new markets. Let's review. If you're in the following markets, in pink, whatever, this is here. Now, again, I told you, here in Pittsburgh, they sent us an email. So you can also check your email to double check or let us know if you have it, if you got an email, but you're not on this list. I'd be curious about that. So St. Cloud, oh boy, you got to test my geography here. What is that, folks? Hartford, Knoxville, Sevierville, Tennessee. It's the first time I'm reading it. Well, after editing, I guess. Lexington, Prestonburg, Kentucky, Harrisburg, Jackson, Albany, Georgia, Statesboro, Georgia, Erie, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, right here, folks, Pennsylvania, Duluth, Kansas City, Ithaca, New York, Indianapolis, State College, Pennsylvania, Prescott, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Bellevue, New Orleans, Memphis, Portland, Columbus, Little Rock, Youngstown, Ohio, Charlottesville, West Virginia, Hinesville, Georgia, Green Bay, Portland, Auburn, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Springfield, Ellensburg, Ottumwa, someone help me there. That market, Jacksonville, oh boy, Kailua Kona, Hawaii, Starksville, St. Joseph, Lynchburg, Roanoke, Wichita, Omaha, Sioux Falls, Bismarck, Keene, Lewiston, Huntsville, Rochester, Monticello, Liberty, New York, Syracuse, Pittsfield, Massachusetts. 52 new marketplaces you're seeing right here that just dropped. By the way, if you want to see this, this is directly from DoorDash's support page. So I need to know, are you affected? Did you get the email saying that Dasher Rewards is coming, but you're not on this list? Oh, by the way, look at this. What I noticed. On the bottom left, I denoted the timelines and the markets. The neon yellow, we were coding it, and those markets are gone. I think it's a typo, DoorDash. Did you guys exclude what happened to Corpus Christi, Texas, Lubbock, and Grand Rapids? Look, it's not on this list. I combed through this thing how many times? I couldn't find it. Did I make a mistake? But I feel like DoorDash made a mistake. Did you guys omit the first 3 marketplaces that you initially launched? Or for some reason, did they say like, yeah, it's a good launch, but we're backing out of Grand Rapids, Corpus Christi, and Lubbock? If you're just joining, these are the new markets in pink, 52. Okay, here's what I will tell you. If you got the email, or if you're just discovering this is on your list, here's what I would tell you to do. Number 1, I'm going to kind of make a hot take here. I'm just going to make a prediction because I just feel like we've been seeing this since when? June of 2023. I feel like this might be the new thing, the new standard, the new normal. It seems on one hand a lot easier, so I don't have to have different criteria for, oh, top dasher, I have to hit this. Priority access, oh yeah, I have to hit this. But then if I want catering, I got to hit this. et cetera, et cetera. If I can schedule a shift a day earlier than everyone, I have to do this. So I like the clarity there. Now, I mean, the criteria isn't fantastic, but remember this is like the same criteria. Priority access has always been 50% acceptance, 70% acceptance on these different tiers. It's just bundled together. Your customer rating, easy, you're going to have that. If you don't have that, or if you're struggling with a customer rating, take our delivery course, Mastering Delivery at yourdrivermight.com. The deliveries are fine. Lifetime are fine. Completion rate, we've talked about it. You can cancel 10% of the time, but frankly, 90% is becoming the new default completion rate for a good amount of markets, a handful, we'll say, of markets. 95, yeah, that's tight for Platinum, only canceling 5% of the time and accepting 70% of orders. But like, high level here, it's always been 50, 70 for the priority access. And here again are your benefits. Now, it breaks it into 3 segments, though. I've always said, listen, here's the challenge, though, okay? My kind of prediction was, I feel like this is going to be the new standard. We'll have to discuss. We'll have to certainly do some shifts and review the numbers here. And let me know in a comment down below if you'd like me to push my AR or what it's most likely going to be the acceptance rate. Completion rate, I feel fine with. So pushing my AR to get gold or platinum, let me know if you'd like to see that, and shifts on that, on the new Dasher rewards, because again, it's coming here. But now there's 4 tiers. So if you don't have this, you're 4th in line. Platinum person gets it first. The gold Dasher gets it next. The silver Dasher, if they're online, they get it next. If the gold and platinum are busy or not online or too far away. And then the regular Dasher. And I've seen this. Let me know if you agree with this. I've seen, just anecdotally, because, again, this is why we're a team here, because I'm one person in one market. I can only drive on one app at a time, basically, one assignment at a time. So I need your feedback. But I mean, I felt that I get less high paying orders, which DoorDash has formally called $2+ a mile. I felt like I've certainly got a less, proportion of my orders are those really nice $2+ a mile orders. Is it because of this? Well, this isn't here yet, but is it because of priority access? We'll say it's gonna become Dasher rewards. So other action items for you. Number 1, I think it's coming. Number 2, well, not number 2. We've already, I don't know, whatever number 1. Is it worth it? And again, here's the new marketplaces. If you're just joining, is this worth it to go for this, for these benefits? By the way, they added a 30% discount for Platinum. It's not on here, but it's brand new. So basically, once a week, DoorDash will send you 30%. I think it's 30%. Let me check. 30% off of a single order, up to $15 off. So if you happen to, whatever, get food. Yes, weekly 30% discount up to $15 on DoorDash every Monday for the upcoming week there. That's for Platinum Dashers. Is this worth it though? Listen, I mean, I can't imagine many marketplaces that organically on its own, it's worth, I've said this from day one, basically, that it's worth accepting 50 or 70% of your requests, but who might it be a good fit for? If you're driving more hours, to bump it up to 50, the initial loss you take bumping your AR to 50, if as long as you keep 50%, you continue to get access to high paying orders, at least tier 1, mathematically, is taking an initial loss worth it for the gain of having the priority access? Only you can decide for your marketplace and your, driver profile. And the math gets even tighter when you go for Platinum, 70%. It's not like old Top Dasher. Old Top Dasher, here's one negative, I think, of this new qualification, is this is a rolling period. If you fall out of this, you don't qualify. You got to get back up to this. The old Top Dasher, you just had to have it by the end of the month, like the last day of the month. And like, oh yeah, now you're Top Dasher. I'm trying to remember if priority access was like that, and you can remind me. But to constantly maintain a 70% AR, again, I've always said this, it comes down to the math. Like, my typical AR is 20%. And frankly, I think that's pretty generous for some marketplaces. My AR is not 20% right now, it's lower. But if your average AR is, let's say 25, I'm gonna bump it up to 70. But then 20% of that margin to what? 20 to like 70%. If that margin, let's say you're bumping it 50%, okay? From 20% average to the 70% that you need for this. So it's a 50% bump. If 20% of those orders are awful, but then 30% are super good, even better mathematically, and might make sense. But for the casual driver, DoorDash even says most dashers are dashing less than 4 hours a week. I think 80 some percent is their direct stat from them, the company, not myself. It's from DoorDash. And then 90% are dashing, I think they said less than 10 hours. So most everyone is doing this as a true side hustle, which I like. I think these apps are best framed as a side hustle. I've always said that. There's some fringe cases, and shout out to you if you're doing it full time, certainly. But that's my takeaway for you. If you're in the newest markets, 52 markets, it's coming. It's going to be live. I think this is dropping in Pittsburgh in the coming days. So please make sure to subscribe. Can you drop a like on this video? Consider sharing it with another dasher, because it's hitting Pittsburgh. So I will keep you in the know with new app updates, emails, because it's coming here. I'm in wave 3 though. Keep that in mind. So other markets have had this. If you aren't on this list, like I said, I think this might be the new norm. Look, I try to give you a neutral stance. Is it stellar? No. But is it the worst thing in the world? I don't think so. I don't think it's like, oh, hey, we're launching a flat pay for orders that all orders are or most orders are like $6.50. Or like a pay per mile is going to be standard for like $1.30 for most orders. They're not doing that. And Frank, I think some of that, leaches into the employer thing that they can't do legally, but I digress. I can't give you legal advice on that or business structure advice, but you have to deal the cards you're dealt. I will tell you as another warning sign to you. This is why I keep saying this. The fundamentals don't change. Multi-app, which means driving on different apps within the same niche. And then multi-niche. So you're driving on different niches entirely. I would look at different business opportunities as well. I've talked with fellow gig workers, which I love hearing these stories where, I've had gig workers tell me like I've saved X amount of thousands or tens of thousands to start my own business, to get the capital to start my real long-term goal. And that's fantastic because, we need to always think about an exit strategy. I don't think that's talked about a lot in the gig economy. What's your exit strategy? I mean, look, I would love to do whatever side hustle it is as long as I can when the money's great and the money makes sense. But I remember when I'm doing Shipt grocery in San Diego on fire and then it cools down, you have to have an exit plan, something else. It can be another app, but it can also not be another app. It can be a business venture, which I love, or you're just doing this like, hey, dude, I just want to pay a credit card off. Hey, I just want to save up for whatever, TV. I want to save up for a down payment on a car. That's cool too. Like the team here, we all have different goals. So what I need you to do, let me know what you think about 52 markets being added in wave 3 of the Dasher Rewards pilot program, summarizing all of these features and benefits into one program. Is it good? Is it bad? Are you affected? Are you not affected? Are you worried about being affected? Are you going to roll with it? Do you feel comfortable? Like, hey, I don't love it, but I can roll with it. I can adapt. Is this going to cause you to move to different platforms? Let me know down below how you're feeling about this, and stay tuned because I'm going to be reporting. There we go. I'm going to be reporting on this directly from Pittsburgh. And if you let me know, possibly bumping that AR to go to gold or platinum status. We'll see.